All right. Welcome back. Yeah, part 2. Let's go ahead and continue from where we left off. All right. So, what happened previously to this? Well, I guess that's why they have logs, huh? Oh yeah, she kicked our shin because we were passing out. Okay. So we're in math class on Wednesday. Yeah, this is Wednesday, August 26th. All right. She throws me a thumbs up. Ugh. I roll my eyes at her. A save is a save, I guess. The rest of the class is normal, and thanks to Anna, I managed to stay awake the entire time. Oh. Damn, that was it for the class? Okay. The bell finally rings, signaling the end of classes today. I only have about 30 minutes before my shift starts, so I start packing up. As Anna is putting her books away, she looks up at me.
You heading off to tonight's shift?
Yes. Oh, yes. Hoping for an easier one than yesterday.
It better be easier. And you better be home on time. I'm expecting those foreign cookies.
I forgot Anna's coming over later. Is she gonna kill us? I feel like we're gonna die. I laugh. Actually, they would do that in a demo. They wouldn't. Maybe. I laugh. Don't worry, you'll get them, I promise.
Pinky swear?
Anna puts up her hand with a pinky outstretched. Sure, pinky swear. I go to do the same with my hand, but before I can, Anna gives me a fist bump instead. What? Like that? That wasn't a pinky swear. She gives me a cheeky smile.
Close enough, isn't it?
Sure. I can't help but laugh. Sure, close enough. I finish packing up my things and stand up. See you tonight.
See you.
Bye. Bye, Anna. I wave one more time as I head out the classroom. What is this box? I know it was there before. Is this something? Is this the strange object that was hinted at in the description, the game description? I might just already start overthinking things already. Like, I just gotta play, I think. Once I step out into the hallway, I check my watch. It reads 3:55. I've got about 15 minutes to get to work, so I should be okay to walk today. Yeah, we're not gonna Usain Bolt our way over there. Damn! Dude! Is there like I know this is a demo, but is there like a sprites, or like a art folder that they got? Because, I mean, this looks nice. It feels nice. It doesn't look like AI, or at least I hope it's not. As I approach the bar, I check my watch again. 4:06. Not bad. I head inside. Take a look at the seating area. Thankfully, today it looks more like a typical bar at 4 o'clock on a Wednesday. I notice Mayu casually wiping a glass behind the counter. She sees me and waves. I wave back as I head to the back room. Hi, Mayuka! Once I got my uniform on, I clock in and walk over to where Mayu is behind the counter. Hey, Mayu.
Hey, Simone. How was class?
Boring as usual. She laughs.
All right. Well, maybe I can make this shift more interesting then.
Huh? What does that mean?
Want to learn how to make some drinks?
God, I need to listen to that role-playing script again. I need to listen to that video with Mayuka. I feel this is like so uncanny because I feel like this happened in that script, but whatever. I don't know. I'll have to think about that after I finish playing, I guess. That definitely sounds more interesting. For the first few months that I was working here, I pretty much exclusively worked on tables, just learning the menu, taking orders, and serving. But about a month ago, Mayu started showing me how to make some simple drinks. When the boss saw her doing it, he got excited and told her it would be a great idea to keep teaching me drinks if we ever had downtime. Sure, sounds fun.
Great. I want to teach you how to make a shaken cocktail this time.
Easy enough. Mayu grabs the bottle of vodka from the back shelf and a couple of things from the fridge. When she comes back, she pulls something else out from behind the counter and shows it to me.
See this? This is where the magic happens.
Salt? What is it?
It's a cocktail shaker.
Oh, yeah, well, true.
And this
She pulls something else out that's shaped like an hourglass.
is a cocktail jigger. It'll help you with measurements.
Okay, I guess we're learning how to make drinks today. She starts pointing at the two sides.
The larger side is 1.5 ounces, and the other side is 3/4 ounces.
I don't know what that means. She suddenly hands me the jigger and the bottle of vodka, then pats me on the back.
You're all set. Let's get started. Today, we're going to make a classic cosmopolitan.
Cosmopolitan? Is that a real thing? Okay. Sure, yeah, let's do this. She then starts giving me instructions.
First, split the shaker in half. We're going to use a smaller cup first.
Smaller, okay. Done.
Now pour 1.5 ounces of vodka into the big side of the jigger.
I don't know if it's like just me. I don't know if any of you guys hate when you hear like ASMR or like not even just ASMR, but I feel in any setting, I mostly get annoyed with it when I see it in advertisements, when they have any advertisement with like drinks or whatever, and they pour the drink and it's like you can hear it just filling up stuff, and it's just that sound like irritates my ears. I hate it. Might just be me. I might just be talking to myself. Okay. Done.
And pour that into the shaker and flip the jigger over.
Got it. She passes me another bottle.
Pour 3/4 ounce of this triple sec into the small side.
Like it. I unscrew the cap and start pouring, but it fills up way faster than I expected to, and I spill some. Damn it. Mayu chuckles.
It's okay. Ignore it for now. Now pour that side into the shaker.
Done.
Next,
She slides me 2 more bottles.
cranberry juice and lime juice. First, 1 ounce of cranberry juice.
Which side should I use?
Doesn't really matter since you'll need to eyeball it anyway. But personally, I usually go for the smaller side.
Okay. I do my best to eyeball a 1/4 ounce after I pour the first 3/4 ounces from the small side. Okay, what's next?
Gotta eyeball it again. 1/2 ounce of lime juice.
I decide to use the small side again and I start pouring. And I pour the lime juice into the shaker cup. Is that everything?
Almost.
She hands me an ice scooper.
We need to add a scoop of ice.
Got it. Okay. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming you've known like at least the gist of what goes on within Radish ASMR, because I mean this game is made by Radish ASMR. I'm assuming you know stuff what goes on within it. This whole like scene, especially like previous scene with the bar scene and then this scene with Mayuka, it really does make you question everything you see on Radish ASMR. Because I mean, if Simon was the listener of Radish ASMR, it would make sense that if like whatever the hell went down within Radish ASMR, we get stories of things that's happened in his life, like this with Mayuka. But then there's like stuff that also doesn't make quite enough sense. Like if the listener was, I don't even like, because the first video on Radish ASMR was about like your best friend visits your grave or something and you're dead. But would that even make sense? Or maybe, whatever. I just gotta get to the game. I'll think about this when I'm like making my main channel video or something. I scoop some ice out of the freezer and dump it into the shaker.
Now for the fun part. Take the big half of the shaker and place it over the half that you've been pouring everything into.
Done.
Now flip it over.
As I flip the whole thing over, I feel the ice and liquid fall to the other side. Now what?
Now we wait for the mix to fall through the ice for about 10 seconds.
I stand staring at the shaker.
And finally, you get to do the cool part. We're going to actually shake the shaker.
Yep. Mayu pulls out a second shaker and dumps some ice into it. She then holds up the shaker in a perfect bartender fashion.
Copy what I do.
I try to match her. I'm a little sloppy, but I'm able to get the hang of it pretty quickly.
We'll do this for about 10 seconds as well.
When she stops, I stop with her.
Now we'll take this
She hands me a strainer. Then she slides me a fancy-looking glass.
and pour our mix through it.
Mmm. Okay. I open the shaker and begin pouring the liquid into the strainer.
Careful not to let the
Through
ice
the
fall
strainer.
out of the cup.
I nod while remaining focused. Got it. I managed to pour all the liquid into the glass without spilling any ice.
And done.
Bang! I let out a short sigh and put the shaker down.
Look at you. That's a good-looking cosmopolitan, if I do say so myself.
Cosmopolitan.
All it needs is one of these.
Mayu takes a small lime and wedges it into the side of the glass.
Perfect. Now let's do a taste test.
Mayu takes a sip of the drink. She pulls the glass back from her mouth and gazes at it for a few seconds before turning back to me.
Not bad for a first try. Maybe a little heavy on the lime juice, though.
Guess I poured too much lime juice when I was eyeballing it earlier. I'll keep that in mind. Mayu suddenly looks at me with an expression I've only seen a few times.
Want to give it a try?
Oh! Her eyes narrow a bit and she smiles in a way that makes it hard to think straight and respond clearly to. Her face immediately breaks into a playful smile.
Kidding! You know you can't drink yet.
Dude. I know. She puts on a dramatic voice.
Simone, you weren't about to say yes to my offer, were you?
Maybe. What? No, of course not. I was just, She starts laughing to herself, and it's honestly kind of contagious because I start laughing too. Even when Mayu messes with me, it's pretty easy to laugh at myself afterward. Because she always does it in good fun. That's fun. Little bonding moment with Mayuka, learning how to make some drinks. As the shift proceeded, work remained pretty slow, so Mayu taught me how to make a shaken margarita and a shaken martini before my shift ended. As I'm wiping the table of some customers that just left, I glance up at the clock. Looks like it's 8 o'clock. I call over to Mayu, who's busy chatting with some men sitting at the bar. I'm gonna clock out. See you tomorrow. She gives me a smile and waves. I head to the back room to change. Oh god, are we gonna get hit by a truck? Please no. As I start walking home, I can feel the fatigue hitting me again. But I can't start falling asleep yet. Anna's gonna be at my house around 8:30, so I need to hurry back and get ready. I pick up my pace and we continue walking. I pick up my pace and... Oh my god! I pick up my pace and continue walking home. And it's literally like... What is that? It's like 7 words? Jeez. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, no, we're okay. We don't get jump scared by a truck this time. Once I make it back, I hurry up to the front door and pull out my key. I can hear 2 people talking happily inside. When I catch my watch, the time is 8:20. Guess Anna decided to come a little early today. I unlock the door and walk inside. Stairs!
Welcome home, Simone!
Hello. She greets me excitedly. I see her and Anna relaxing on the floor.
Look who decided to come early!
Anna? Whoa! Casual Anna! Still kind of looks like that one Anna we got on the thumbnail, but I guess she doesn't have like the little neck thing. And also, I think, yeah, the thumbnail person was like a Kemi hair, but whatever. Anna, still leaning back on her hands, looks at me.
Yo.
Yo! Hey, you two. I start taking off my shoes.
Dinner's already. Is it okay if Annie eats with us?
Oh, duh. I chuckle to myself. She always eats with us when she comes over. Anna smirks.
You bet I do. Think I'm gonna miss out on Chico's home cooking? No, sir.
I smile. Fair enough. I'm 100% in the same boat. There's not much that could convince me to skip eating something Chi made. I put my bag down and sit next to Anna, who's now at the table. Chi brings over 3 plates of omu rice.
I made omu rice today.
Omu rice? Omu rice? Omu rice. Hell yes! Chi's omu rice is the best. And so is the rest of her food, for that matter.
Woo! I love your omu rice, Chico.
Chi chuckles to herself and blushes a little.
It's nothing that special.
Both Anna and my face turn serious.
That's completely wrong.
Yeah, that's completely wrong. Anna and I surprise ourselves by replying at the same time. We look at each other and Anna smiles. When we turn back to Chi, she has a cheeky grin plastered across her face.
What?
I know where this is going. I can see Anna's eyes widen a little, so I think she knows where it's going too. In her most I told you so tone that she can muster, Chi replies,
Couple.
We are not a couple.
Yeah! Damn it. We responded at the same time again. She covers her mouth and starts laughing. I put my head into my hand. Ugh. Honestly though, I'm so used to it that I started laughing at how well Chi sets us up. I look over at Anna expecting her to be laughing too, but for some reason her face is really red and she looks a little embarrassed. Hey Anna, you okay? She suddenly perks up.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
She likes us. Kind of an odd reaction, but I decide to ignore it. The rest of dinner is full of pleasant back and forth between the 3 of us. Loud conversation, laughing and shouting. We could easily do this for hours if we had the time. Anna and Chi get along so well that most people would probably assume they're sisters. I feel like if you, okay, one thing. I feel like if you come to my video, you have already seen, or you've already either seen my video on Radish ASMR, or you know of Radish ASMR. Either way, you know somewhat of the things that go on within Radish ASMR. And one of the things that this makes me think about a lot is what's up with the red hair in Radish ASMR. We have like Annabelle with red hair, we have Akemi with red hair, we have the pillow girl with red hair, maybe someone else I'm missing that has red hair, but we know that that's important in some sense because they show up every now and then. Like I think those are like the only really reoccurring characters we get, aside from I guess like the part 2 for the staircases incident series. But there's obviously something that went on between Annabelle, Akemi, or yeah, let me just say, I don't think Akemi's name is Akemi, same way I don't think Sakura's name is Sakura. I think Akemi's name is only Akemi when she has her components, which, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, I'm sorry, but if you do, Akemi is actually like she's a mix of a bunch of components, that being, Annabelle, Sakura, the 5X, and I guess herself. I mean, I know it's not really stated, but she has her own personality. Like, it's not just a mix of those 3. What was I just saying? Oh my god, I lost my train of thought. But yeah, whatever. We see there's a bunch of things pointing to like hair color and eye color being somewhat important within the series, especially with red hair. And we can only really differentiate the red-haired people by either like their hairstyle or the color of their eyes, which we usually go off of. And we always know that Annabelle has green eyes, red hair. We know Akemi had red hair and, what was it, like red eyes? And then we know that Pillow Girl had red hair and like pink eyes. So I feel like something had to happen with those three. Maybe not Pillow Girl as much, since we don't know too much about her, other than the fact that she does have red hair. And that I feel like that is important. But yeah, I guess we'll see. I still feel like Chico is Akemi before she became Akemi. If any of that made sense. If it didn't, I apologize. A lot of what I say is kind of predicated off of the fact that you know what goes on within Radish ASMR. So if you don't, I do apologize if I'm just spitting nonsense. But yeah. Let me just continue. She has liked and looked up to Anna ever since she first met her. It's probably one of the reasons she's so relentless about us being together. After about 30 minutes, we clean up dinner and she heads up to her room to work on homework. Anna and I go upstairs as well and head into my room. I can already see some of the books peeking out of her bag and it fills me with dread. As soon as I flip on the lights and close the door, Anna flops on my bed and lets out a big exhale.
Phew. Finally, some time to lie down and relax after a hard day.
I look at her and internally sigh. She's definitely too comfortable with being in my room. All you did was go to school today, and you've been relaxing with Chi for the last hour.
Hey! I also did some homework when I got home.
I give her a look and she laughs.
Yeah, I get it. You're Mr. Big Shot with all of his other duties. Let's just get started.
Okay. I start to pull out my notebook.
Wait.
Waiting. I look up.
I meant, let's get started with my payment.
Payment? Oh, right. Should have figured she'd asked for that first. I walk over to my desk and pull out a box of imported cookies from the bottom drawer. Is this what you're looking for? Anna's eyes immediately widen up. Her light.
Yes!
Whoa! I hand the box to Anna, and before I can even blink, she's opened it and is already eating one of the cookies. Too fast!
Mm-hmm. These are so good.
Chew with your mouth closed.
Oh, sorry.
She swallows the cookie.
These are so good.
I laugh. I know, right? The flavor is addicting.
Definitely gonna be eating these while we're studying.
Be my guest. Anna goes to pull out a book from her bag. She looks up at me.
You ready to get started?
Oh God. Math! I cringe a little as I see the— No! No! Math equations! Yeah, I'm ready. I open my notebook and sit down next to Anna at my desk. Then we start studying. Okay. Whoa! New HUD. Or new, I don't even know how to— what is that even called? Like, new text box? As per Anna's request, I always turn the desk light on at my desk and turn— I always turn the desk light on at my desk. I don't think you have to say that. You could just say, I always turn the desk light on. You already— whatever. I always turn the desk light on at my desk and turn the overhead lights off when we're studying together. I don't really care about the lighting, but Anna says she likes it to feel more cozy. Dude! Some, like, lo-fi beats? Whatever that means.
Tonight we're working on simplifying expressions, right?
No! Oh, we're gonna work with, like, variables and whatnot. Right.
All right. Let me just find the page. Here we go. How about we start off with the sample problem?
Okay.
This is the kind of thing that should show up on the test next week.
Okay, sure. How hard could it be? I look at the problem on the page that Anna is pointing to. I realize immediately that very hard is how hard it could be. Math has always been my worst subject by far. For Anna, it's easily her best, which is why she's helping me study in the first place. So she is a smarty pants McGee over here. Jeez. Anna notices my expression and chuckles to herself.
Okay. I'll help you with this one, and then you do the next one.
I hope we don't have to do any math.
So, the problem here is 5 times 7x cubed plus 5x squared minus 8 minus 3 times 4x squared plus 5x plus 9.
That's not that bad. Anna opens her own notebook and starts copying down the problem.
It looks long, but it's actually pretty simple when you think about it.
Yeah.
We have 4 groups of numbers. Numbers with x cubed, numbers with x squared, numbers with just x, and numbers with no x.
Yep. Okay, I think that makes sense.
In the first half of the problem, 5 times 7x cubed plus 5x squared minus 8, we can multiply everything in the parentheses by 5.
Gah! Good music.
So 7x cubed becomes 35x cubed, 5x squared becomes 25x squared, and 8 becomes 40.
Yep.
Now we have 35x cubed plus 25x squared minus 40.
Makes sense.
Following me so far?
I think so.
In the second half, negative 3 times 4x squared plus 5x plus 9, we multiply everything by negative 3. Solve that.
Sure, no problem. So 4x squared would become negative 12x squared, 5x becomes negative 15x, and 9 becomes negative 27, right?
Perfect. See, this is easy, isn't it?
Yeah, that is pretty simple. I don't want to get my hopes up yet.
Now we're left with one long equation. 35x cubed plus 10x squared minus 40 minus 12x squared minus 15x minus 27.
Time to group variables! And now we're finished, right? No. Anna gives me a look. Guess not, huh?
Nope. We still have to simplify everything a little more.
Yep.
We have 2 numbers with x squared and 2 numbers with no x, so we need to simplify those.
What about 35x cubed and 15x?
Those numbers are done.
Yeah.
Does it make sense why?
They can't be simplified anymore, Simon! Yeah, I think I get it. It's because they're the only ones left of their kind, right? What? That's one way to think about
Yep.
it.
Now, try simplifying everything else.
I breathe out a sigh. Okay, I can do this. Well, if you can do the multiplication, I'm sure you can just do subtraction. 25x squared minus 12x squared is 13x squared. And negative 40 minus 27 minus 27 is negative 67. So the final equation becomes 35x cubed plus 13x squared minus 15x minus 67.
Yes, that's exactly it. See, I knew you could do these.
Thanks, babe.
Do you feel more confident about them?
Yeah, I think I do, actually. Let's do another one. Anna's grinning at me. What?
A harder one?
Yes, I sigh. Yes, a harder one.
All right.
She flips a couple of pages and reads... Oh, she flips a couple of pages ahead and reads the next problem to me.
If AB equals 10 and 3A minus 7B equals 2, determine the value of this.
Okay. Let's see. Oh my god. Okay, so negative 5a squared plus a squared times b plus 8ab squared plus 2 plus 8a squared b minus 15ab squared minus 1.
Not too bad, right?
Wait, what?
Simone?
I thought we were gonna solve it. That would have been... you know what? In one regard, I am glad we're not doing math right now. But I feel like I could have done that.
You okay?
I think my brain short-circuited. Dude, I feel that, though. Anna must have seen the look on my face because she gives me an empathetic smile.
How about I take this one? I'll explain it as I go, and you can try to solve one of the next ones.
I think that'd be for the best. I'll just make some notes while I'm following along. Anna gives me a thumbs up and looks back at the page.
Okay. Where to start?
Uh-huh.
Aha. So, to make this equation a little more organized and easier to solve, you'll want to regroup all of the matching parts into parentheses. First, negative 5a squared b and 8a squared b can go together.
Yep.
Then 8ab squared and negative 15ab squared.
Yep.
And then, of course, 2 and negative 1.
Yep.
That leaves us with this.
Yep.
What do you think we do from here?
Solve.
Exactly. The first one equals 3a squared b.
I am just realizing, like, what am I doing right now? I didn't think I was gonna get retaught math in a visual
And the second
novel.
one equals
In a
negative
Radish
7ab
visual
squared.
novel.
And 2 minus 1 equals 1. So we're left with 3a squared b minus 7ab squared plus 1.
Facts. Now we're done, right?
Nope, not done yet. Remember the first part of the question?
I actually don't. Is
The
it
problem itself establishes that ab equals
Oh.
10 and 3a minus 7b equals 2. Which means we need to turn our current equation into something with those two values.
Okay. I stare at our current simplified equation utterly dumbfounded. I have no idea how to get there. Anna chuckles and taps her hand on my arm.
Don't worry. This part's a little tough. In order to move forward, we need to find a common factor of AB.
Yep.
Luckily for us, AB is a common factor of both a squared b and ab squared.
Okay, so, what does that mean? Anna points at the paper again.
AB is really just a times b, right? So that means that a squared b is really just a times b, or a times ab. Now,
Yeah.
look at 3a squared b. We can just break it down into 3 times ab times a, or 3ab times a. The same thing applies to ab squared. It's really just a times b times b, or ab times b.
Okay.
So, 7ab squared can be broken down into 7 times a times b, or 7ab times b.
I'm furiously writing everything down, everything she's saying. She's able to say that so perfectly and I can't even say a sentence. I'm furiously writing down everything she's saying. Admittedly, I'm still a little overwhelmed, but I decided to keep it for myself for now.
This leaves us with 3ab times a minus 7ab times b plus 1.
Okay. She stops for a second and looks at me.
How you holding up? Following along so far?
Nope. I take a deep breath. Yeah, I think I'm with you. I finish scribbling down some more of what Anna said. When I look back up, Anna suddenly touches my nose with her finger.
Boop.
Ah! We got booped! What? I instinctively pull back. What is it? Anna stares at me for a few seconds.
Still want to keep going?
Looks like she noticed without me saying anything. I guess a little stretch couldn't hurt. She flashes me a smile.
Okay. Stretch break.
I laugh. Alright, stretch break. Anna stretches her arms up into the air.
That feels better.
Ah! I do the same. Yeah, I did. I didn't realize how much my hands were cramping from trying to write so much so fast. I shake my hands out and pick up my... Dude, I feel that. Doing like the... with your hands. Yep. Alright, I'm ready.
Okay, we're almost done. With our current equation, 3ab times a minus 7ab times b plus 1, we now have a common factor in ab.
Is it 4 and 3? No, it's not. Dude, I don't remember any of this stuff.
We can pull ab out of 3ab times a
Oh,
minus 7ab
yeah, dude,
times b,
I was...
which leaves us With AB, this can be simplified to AB times 3A minus 7B.
Yeah.
Then we need to add the 1 back at the end, leaving us with AB times 3A minus 7B plus 1. The rest is easy. Since AB equals 10 and 3A minus 7B equals 2, our equation becomes 10 times 2 plus 1.
Am I missing something? I don't understand that.
Which brings us to our final answer of 21.
21? Of course it's 21. Should I guess that, bro? She writes like a big 20. She writes a 21 on her page and circles it many times. She looks at me again.
Ta-da!
I stare at the 21 and then I look back at my notes. I take a minute to go back over each of the steps. After scanning through everything again, I realize that it actually makes sense to me. Hey, I think I get it. I think I actually understand how you got to that answer. I feel a small surge of confidence. I want to try another one. One of these on my own now. Oh god, please no. Okay, no, we're good. Give me another one to try. I feel like I can do it. When I look back up at Anna, she's already distracted by eating another cookie. I stare at her. She notices me and looks back completely unaware.
What? Why are you staring at me?
She responds without even bothering to swallow first. I can't help but laugh. This is so like her. Nothing.
What? Why are you laughing?
I said no reason. Her having no idea just makes me want to laugh harder. Anna blushes a bit, and I can see hints of a smile on her face.
Stop laughing. I don't even know what you're laughing at.
You! I'm laughing at you.
Why at me?
I quickly snatch a cookie from the box and shove it into my mouth. Then I proceed to do the same as her earlier and talk while my mouth is full of cookie. Absolutely no reason.
Hey! Oh, don't take those. Those are mine now.
Anna starts grabbing at me. Oh my god, she was like fucking boxing me, bro. At this point, we're both laughing loudly.
You jerk! I'm so gonna get you back for that.
Just try it. Anna's basically on this isn't gonna turn like, we're not gonna get like, NSFW, are we? That would be not cool, because I think they're in high school. So let's not do that, please. Anna is basically on top of me while we're wrestling in the desk chair. Actually, now that I think about it, it'd be really awkward if someone...
Hey, Annie! Simone! I baked some biscuits to bring to my club tomorrow, but I made too many. Do you guys want some?
She is calling to us from outside the door. Anna realizes our predicament too because her eyes go wide. This is bad. Really bad. I can see the doorknobs start to turn. No, that's alright. How about later? The panic in my voice is obvious. But before either of us can move, she is already opening the door.
I thought they might be fun to eat while you guys are...
Her voice trails off. I noticed she has earbuds in. I guess she didn't hear me. She's also holding a tray of really good smelling biscuits in one of her hands. For what feels like an eternity, she just stares at us wide-eyed while Anna and I do the same back to her. But after a few seconds, her eyes narrow and a cheeky smile spreads across her face. Damn it! How am I ever going to explain my way out of this one? She suddenly points to us with her free hand.
I knew it!
Then she runs out of the room, still carrying the biscuits and chanting.
I knew it!
Wait, Chi, it's not what it looks like. Chi! But she's already gone back downstairs. Oh, man. I look over at Anna, who's blushing. She gives me an awkward smile.
Well, I guess it's gonna be a while before we hear the end of this one. Huh.
I awkwardly chuckle back. Sure seems that way. That was cute. I like that. Good writing. Good job. I like that, Radish. Good job. Following that incident, the rest of the study session went normally. There were still a number of things that went over my head, but I was definitely feeling more confident about next week's test. As we head downstairs, Chi is already waiting for us at the table. I can see her grinning ear to ear. Anna's still blushing a little, but I'm not really sure why. I thought this would be something that she'd laugh off pretty quickly. She has feelings for you! She likes you!
Hey, you two! How'd your study session go?
Anna is still a little awkward in her response.
you know, just the usual, math problems.
Haha, very funny, Chi. Maybe knock next time? Chi smiles and gives me a salute.
Aye. So, about what I was saying earlier. I made biscuits to give to my club tomorrow, but I have a bunch of extras. You guys want some?
Chi points to a plate of biscuits sitting on the counter. Anna's face lights out back up at the sight of food made by Chi. And probably also at the fact that the subject was changed.
Really? Oh, you bet I do.
Okay. I'll put some in a box for you to take home with you.
Chi quickly gets up and runs over to the kitchen. She wraps up about 5 biscuits and puts them in a paper bag. I gotta stay refreshed. My voice ain't gonna hold up that long. As Chi gets the biscuits ready, Anna heads over to the door and starts putting her shoes on. Chi runs back over and hands the box to Anna as she finishes lacing her shoes.
Thank you, Chico. These look delicious as usual.
Dude, it's weird hearing someone say Chico. It's like all just been Chi, Chi, Chi.
You're welcome.
Chi then suddenly leans in close to Anna and whispers something in her ear. Anna's face turns bright red and she looks extremely embarrassed all of a sudden.
Chico!
She breaks out into laughter and runs back to the table.
Just saying.
Ugh, you're lucky you're so cute.
Dude, facts. Anna says under her breath. What did she say?
Absolutely nothing.
I can't even finish my sentence before Anna cuts me off. I glance over at Chi, who's still laughing to herself. Guess I'm never gonna know. Anna quickly composes herself and adjusts her bag. She then looks over to me.
I'm gonna be out this Friday, so I'll be back here next Monday. Yeah?
Yeah? Sure thing. Sounds good.
Bye, Annie.
Anna smiles and waves.
Bye, Chico.
Bye-bye.
See you at school tomorrow, Simone.
Simone. See you. Bye, Anna. Bye. Uh-oh. I let out a sigh. Yes, Chi. What is it?
Did you two kiss?
What? What? No! Okay. Thursday? Oh. Okay, if I'm remembering correctly, I don't think there was anything on August 27th within Radish. I do know there was like something on the 26th and on the 30th, and the 30th was that one transmission. You know, I don't even know when the date is supposed to be taking place here. Is this supposed to be in 2024? I don't know. They have phones, so obviously it's not like, I don't know. Is this like early? I don't know. I have no idea when. Early 2010s? Is either early 2010s or 2024. I don't know when this whole thing is set, like, date-wise. Because I feel like that would have a lot to do with the backstory of everything if we know, like, the year. I sleepily pressed the off button on my alarm clock and opened my eyes. I checked the time, 7:30. Damn it, I gotta get up. I throw off my blankets and start to get dressed. Once I think I've got everything on, I run to the mirror. Pants and belt, check. Shirt, check. Jacket, check. Okay, good to go. I hurry back over to my desk and throw all of my books into my bag. Then I zip it up and hurry downstairs. I expected to see Chi eating breakfast, but she's not there. My eyes move to the kitchen where I notice a plate with 2 pieces of French toast and a note. I take the note off the table. Meant to tell you last night, but I have to go in early for my club this morning. See you after school. That's a fun looking face. Maybe that has something to do with those biscuits she made last night. I pick up and take a bite of French toast. Stellar as usual. I glance over to the clock. It reads 7:50. Oh man, I have to hurry. Wait, actually, that's not bad at all. I should be able to take my time walking today. Yeah, don't we have to get there at like 8:45? That's usually when we get to the class. I feel like we have a lot of time since we don't have to walk with Chi. I guess I got ready pretty quickly. I mosey over to the front door, putting my shoes on, I put my shoes on, sling my bag over my shoulder, and head out. I'll take the normal route as usual. I'll take the normal road today. As I'm walking, I see a couple other students from my school walking in pairs or small groups, but a lot less than I'm used to seeing in the morning. Maybe the heat is so bad they all got taxis. I wipe the sweat already forming on my forehead. I don't see Anna anywhere on my way either, so I'm guessing our morning schedules didn't line up today. Once I'm about halfway to the school, something catches my eyes. There's a simple bench, public bench, sitting under the shade of a large tree. Oh, Felicia! It's a tree that I passed by almost every day, but I noticed someone standing and looking up at the tree with a blank expression on her face. The girl wearing my school's uniform. As I get closer, I confirm. That looks like Felicia. I wonder what she's doing, staring up at a tree. Is there a cat up there? Part of me wants to walk up and ask, but I don't really know her at all. But curiosity gets the better of me, and I decide to approach her. Not entirely sure how to best start up a conversation, I just give a simple greeting once I'm within a few meters of her. Hey, you're Felicia, right? Okay. She glances at me for about half a second before focusing her attention back on the tree. Maybe I should just introduce myself. I know we haven't talked much, but I'm Simon. We're both in the same class this year, class 201. She doesn't even look like she heard me. I try again. Seems like you're really focused on this tree. Is there something important about it to you? And still nothing. This is awkward. I follow her line of sight I follow her line of sight to try and see if there's something in particular that she's looking at. Just looks like a normal tree to me. I wonder what... Wait, what is that? Something is hanging from one of the branches. Ah! It looks like a school bag? I look back at Felicia and notice that she doesn't even have any kind of bag with her. Hey, this might be a weird question, but is that bag up there yours? Oh, look at her eyes. She's got like her like iris. Oh my god, she's scaring me just by looking at me. She glances at me again, but quickly goes back to staring at the tree. I might have seen a slight twitch of her eyebrows. Is that bag really? I don't know why, but kind of on an impulse, I set my own bag down and walk over to the tree and start climbing up it. I've been climbing trees since I was a kid, so this kind of thing is a simple task for me. I managed to climb up, grab the bag, and climb back down in just under a minute. Dang, bro! This guy's a monkey! Phew, got it. As I walk back over to Felicia, I hold the bag out to her. Here you go. This is yours, right? Her face is still mostly expressionless, but I can tell that her eyes are definitely a little wider than before. She looks slightly surprised. She still doesn't respond to me, but she quietly accepts the bag. I'd really like to know what caused her bag to end up in such a high tree like that. Is this girl gonna turn into like... I mean, still, in my belief, like if we're relating this back to Radish, she still seems like Sakura to me, just due to the fact that she's part of the Arison family. And I feel like if we want to like even make it, because I feel like they wouldn't just put information out there if it doesn't relate. What if we have like Arison Corporation, who made Lazarus Project? Then that would mean that Sakura or Felicia would be part of that in some way or another. If that would be the play, if that's even in the same realm of possibilities, I feel like that would have to be something to think about, I guess. Hey, so how did But before I can finish what I'm saying, she nods her head slightly towards me before turning around and walking away. Not even a thank you? To the other side of the street. Okay. Damn. That was so awkward. I can see now why she has the reputation of being unapproachable. I decided to stay on this side of the street for the remainder of my walk to school. Okay. Once I arrive, I head straight inside of my classroom. As I head to my desk, I pass by where Felicia is sitting. As usual, she doesn't look at me. What's not so usual, though, is that her expression is something other than emotionless. It still isn't obvious, but it almost looks upset. Felicia has her bag open on her lap, and she's looking through it in a slightly more urgent manner than if she was looking for a pencil or something. If I haven't seen her this morning, I might have worked up the nerve to ask about it. But thinking back to the painfully uncomfortable interaction earlier, I decided to leave her be. Could this be what was teased at on the game description, Kickstarter and whatnot? Felicia, what is it? There's something about an object that we uncover, some Felicia or whatever that changes everything. Maybe. What if it's like a ReZero gospel and she lost it, and like we're gonna pick it up and she's gonna murder us because we took her gospel. I don't know where I'm going with that. As I sit down at my desk, Anna greets me.
Hey, Simone.
Yo! Hey! I glance back over to Felicia. She's still looking through her bag.
Listen, sorry about last night.
Anna's sudden apology catching me off guard. Wait, what? Why is she apologizing? Because we got caught in a precarious situation? I look back to her. Huh? What are you apologizing for?
About the whole incident with Chico? Sorry if I made things awkward for you.
What are you talking about? Awkward? Maybe for a minute, but it's not a problem at all. Don't worry. She just likes to joke around. You know she'd never take things any further than you... Oh my god! You know she'd never take things any further... Or any farther? Is that how that's said? You know she wouldn't take things any farther than you and I were okay with. Same difference anyway. If you're worried about it though, I can talk to Chia and let her know that...
No, it's okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to imply that I don't trust Chico to... I mean, I was just worried that I might make things more of a pain for you to... But not to say that, like, Chico is a pain or anything.
Anna.
I just started thinking, and then I got a little worried that...
Anna. She stops and looks at me. The worry on her face is so obvious. You didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong, and nothing is gonna change. I chuckle to myself thinking about it. Chi is always pushing us together. You and I both know she's never gonna stop that. It's not anything new. It's just harmless fun.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I don't think Anna sees it that way. Suddenly, I see a smile start to form on her face.
Yeah. What am I getting so worked up for? It was you that tried taking my cookies.
And she's back. We both laugh to ourselves. Anna sometimes gets like this over inconsequential things. She'll overthink it to the point that she starts spiraling into wild assumptions that don't make much sense. Time to push through. Anna smirks at me.
No falling asleep today.
I smile and roll my eyes. Yeah. The teacher walks in and the class starts. All right, everyone. Today we'll continue where we left off. Open your books to page 248. History. The first few classes are boring as usual. I spend the time taking notes and occasionally answering questions. Math, for some reason, is unreasonably hard for me, but other subjects haven't given me too much issue. I won't say that my grades are stellar, but I can safely say they're above average. Unfortunately for me, though, that doesn't make the classes any less boring. After a couple of hours, lunch period finally arrives. Bum, 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 bum. I turn to Anna, but before I say anything, something on the other side of the room catches my eye. I see Felicia quickly put her things away, stand up, and leave the classroom. She still managed to do it with some manner of natural grace, but she seemed a little more rushed than usual. I wonder if it has something to do with what I saw her doing at her desk this morning? I look back to Anna. I'm gonna head down to the school store. I'll be back in a bit. No need to wait up on me, though, if you're hungry. She looks back at me and smirks.
All right. I think I might just take you up on that.
I laugh and then head out the room. I look down the hallway both ways, but I don't see Felicia anywhere. I head downstairs to the first floor. This is normally the way I'd go to the school store, but that's not what I'm interested in today. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but my curiosity is getting the better of me right now. I scan the hallways again. Dude, are we just stalking her now? Nothing. Where could she have gone so fast? Then I have an idea. I wonder if... I hurry back up the stairs. Is she at the roof? Something that Anna and I talked about yesterday rings in my mind. I make it back up to the second floor and keep going up. Class 301. Fortunately for me, once I reach the third floor, the stairs leading to where I want to go are the other end of the building. Second years usually aren't allowed on the third floor unless it's for club activities. Oh, okay, that makes sense. First year, second year, third year. Okay. Is there anything about like the 01, the 01 with 201 that's important, or is that just how it is? It might just be how it is. I don't think it's anything worth really thinking too much on right now. I'm betting on the fact that a lot of students are still moving to and from the school store, so the hallways are crowded. I keep my head down and just walk straight down the hallway, trying to look like I'm supposed to be here. Luckily, no one gives me any weird looks. Once I reach the stairwell, I head straight to the fourth floor. I'm sorry, but this is... Wait, No? Okay. It's so jazzy. Okay. I'm careful not to look too suspicious as I head all the way up the stairs. Calling it a floor isn't really accurate though, it's really just an entrance to the roof. Yep, and I'm definitely not allowed up here. I honestly don't even know what I'm doing right now. I barely know Felicia, and now I'm trying to find her because she seemed worried about something. Is it just because of what happened this morning? I exhale. Well, I've gotten this far. I look at the door. There's no window, so I can't see what's outside. Normally, you'd need a key to open the door, but if someone's already up here, I try to push the bar. It's unlocked. Looks like my hunch might have been correct. I slowly open the door and peek outside. Whoa. He's so tiny. He's so tiny. I feel like, oh my god, those clouds are beautifully drawn. I really hope that's not AI. It's not AI. I don't think so. This looks... Oh my god, that's beautiful. Small Felicia. I feel like when they release like the actual game, or if that does happen when they release the actual game, maybe they, instead of like having just like the sprites standing there, they'll have like the actual they'll have like one image of like this, and then they'll have like another image with like, I don't know, just like actual art of her looking like she belongs in like an art style like this, because like the sprite is one thing, but it's a little different, or it's a lot different than the art style that they're going for here. So it's almost like conflicting with one another, and it makes it like you can obviously see that something's amiss in the image just by looking. On the far side of the roof, I can see a figure standing facing away from me. Huh, I was right, it was Felicia. I scan the rest of the roof. Nobody else in sight, but seeing the roof firsthand, I can understand why you need permission to come up here. Yeah, you can just like, rah, and just fling yourself off. There's no safety. The thing that's, yeah, exactly. The thing that sticks out to me most is the lack of guardrails. You can jump right off if you wanted. There's also several big AC condenser units scattered throughout the roof. Makes sense. This place definitely wasn't designed with the intention of anyone being up here casually. I look towards Felicia again. It looks like she's on the phone with someone. I can hear her talking, but I can't make out what she's saying. What am I even doing here? What's my end goal? You're kind of just like being creepy in a way. Yeah, you might have like a good reason to like want to know what the hell is going on and if she's good, but you shouldn't be. This is not the way to do it. Did I want to ask her directly what's going on? Did I want to eavesdrop? Was there anything even going on? Whatever it was none of my business. If there ever was a time to turn back, it was now. But my curiosity got me this far, and at this point it was piqued. Without considering the consequences too heavily, I tried to get closer where Felicia is standing. This is weird. Yeah, it's... Crouching and keeping a close eye on her, I quickly make my way over to one of the condenser units and lean up behind it. I'm now probably 20 meters away from her. I can feel my heart beating in my chest. Now that I'm closer, I can see her holding a phone up to her ear. It appears to be a simple flip phone. It isn't exactly unheard of for students of our age to be using flip phones, but it's much more common for everyone to be using smartphones. Oh. Why would the daughter of a extremely wealthy company be using a flip phone? Is it just to like, hey, I killed this person, snap, break the flip phone? Is it like a, what are they called? God, think back to Better Call Saul, think back to Breaking Bad. A phone that you use literally just to, like, commit a crime and call someone and then literally get rid of right after. Whatever. It's a little odd, though, a little suspicious that she's using a flip phone. I should have just let it go. And given Felicia's position as the daughter of the owner of a massive corporation, I would expect her to be using one as well. I realize that my interactions with Felicia up to this point have been so few and far between that I have no idea what kind of phone she uses, or if I've even seen her using one at school. I put those thoughts aside for now, though, and I start to listen more closely.
This morning, I was foolish and didn't immediately confirm that it was still there. I take full responsibility for my error. Yes, I have two in mind. No, I believe that a culprit is more likely. I would not make a mistake that careless.
What was she talking about? What is she talking about? From the comment about my something is still there, I'm beginning to lean more into my hunch that Felicia lost something. But what does she mean by culprit? I keep listening.
Only somewhat. I see them often, though. The others I am unfamiliar with. I took some discreet pictures this morning. I will send them to you now. Of course. I apologize for the inconvenience. Thank you. I will handle the student if needed then.
Hmm? Are we gonna kill the student? The student? Who is she talking about? Is she talking about me?
Yes, of course. I will retrace my steps before any kind of confrontation. Understood. I realize that time is of the essence. Yes, I will contact you as soon as I have any updates.
Okay. Well, Felicia is on suspect watch number 1. She pauses for a bit longer.
Yes. I understand the consequences. Goodbye.
Felicia suddenly ends the call. She closes her phone, turns, and begins quickly walking towards the door. My head is still peeking behind the condenser box, so I panic a bit as I scramble to go back into hiding. Her footsteps stop. It sounds like she stopped walking. I know I didn't make that much noise. Did she actually hear me? My heart is beating out of my chest. I hold my breath and stay completely still. After what feels like several minutes, she continues walking. As she comes closer to where I'm sitting, I silently move to the other side of the condenser box just as she passes by. Thankfully, she doesn't stop again. but I don't stop holding my breath until I hear her open and close the door to the roof. She never looked back, so it seems like I'm in the clear. I finally exhale and let myself breathe. Damn, that was close. I was hoping I'd have an answer to my questions after coming here, but now I'm just more confused. After all that, though, I've decided that this is definitely none of my business, and way out of my depth. No more following Felicia around. After waiting a few minutes, I head back to the roof door. Then I try pushing it. Oh, yeah. She locked it. That makes sense. That's just great. Felicia locked the door behind her. This is really bad. I'm stranded in a restricted access with limited time to get back to class. I hurriedly scan the roof for some other way down. Let's just just jump off, just throw ourselves off the roof. My eyes land on a ladder hanging off the side. It looks like a fire escape. I'm so screwed. The next 10 minutes could only be described as the most stressful in my life. I needed to climb down the entire ladder without being spotted by any teachers looking out the windows. So at every single floor, I waited until I thought no one was looking, and then I quickly climbed down past the windows. Slowly but surely, I made my way past each floor without any alarms going off. Once I finally made it to the bottom of the ladder, I noticed that the bottom 4 meters of the ladder were folded up off the ground. That makes sense. Oh, come on. Makes sense since the school doesn't want any students using this thing for anything other than emergency, but it just sure makes things more difficult for me. I don't want to fall too far and break a leg, so I climb down and hang from the bottom rung of the ladder with my hands. Here goes nothing. I began talking under my breath to pump up myself. 1, 2, 3. Ah! I let go of the ladder and brace myself, trying to fold my legs as I land. Ugh. I pause for a second to make sure nothing is twisted or sprained. Looks like I'm good to go. All right. Successful escape. I scan my surroundings. Good. Looks like no one saw me. I look at my watch. Still about 15 minutes left for lunch. I guess I'll just head back in through one of the side doors. Hopefully it won't look too suspicious. Thankfully, no one seems to pay me any mind as I make my way back to the classroom. When I finally get back to my desk and sit down, I realize that I never ate lunch. And it gives me a smirk.
Not feeling hungry?
I laugh awkwardly. Yeah, I guess not. The line was so long and I got tired of waiting.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. How did Felicia like the line?
Damn it. You know, it'd be great if you could stop catching on to everything I do so easily. Anna laughs.
You know that's not gonna happen anytime soon.
I can't help but chuckle along with her. Yeah.
Should I bother asking you any more than that?
For now, let's just leave it alone.
All right then. Back to the grind.
More like back to hell. Back to the grind. I pull out my physics textbook as the teacher enters the room. I hate physics about as much as I hate math. Mostly because physics has a lot of math in it. And as the teacher begins talking, I start writing notes in my notebook. We've been learning about how sound waves travel. We take a few minutes to review problems from yesterday, then the teacher suddenly asks us a question. Does anyone remember approximately how fast sound travels through the air at 20 degrees Celsius? What? What? Then the teacher looks at me. Simon, why don't you answer? I stand up from my chair. How fast does sound travel through the air at 20 degrees Celsius? I don't know! Why would I know that? You know what? I'm gonna save, guys. I'm gonna save. I'm gonna hit a save. I don't know. 140 meters per second? Nope, not quite right. 343 meters per second? I don't know! Damn. Next, what's the formula to calculate the distance a sound wave travels? Another one? Wait, I think I remember this one. So, the formula to find the distance a sound wave travels. Oh my god. I think it's velocity times time, right? Distance can be found... Wait, yeah, distance equals... Fama, force times equals mass times acceleration. What is distance? I don't remember! Distance can be found by multiplying the velocity of the sound wave by the time it takes to travel the unknown distance. Correct! Very... Okay, thank... God, at least I remember that. Sit back down. The teacher continues. Let's try an example problem. He writes down a problem on the board. The time it takes for a sound wave to hit the wall, or hit a wall and then bounce back is 0.4 seconds. Assuming that the temperature of the air is 20 degrees Celsius, how far does the sound travel from the point of origin to the surface of the wall? I don't know. It's 343 meters, 0.4 seconds. Let's see, 20 degrees Celsius would need 343 meters per second, and 0.4 seconds to the wall. Back, this will only take half the... My thoughts are interrupted when I see Anna quickly raise her hand. Anna, do you have the answer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. She stands up.
The answer would be 68.6 meters.
Correct? Can you walk us through it?
Of course. It takes 0.4 seconds for the sound to reach the wall and bounce back. So the time it takes for it to reach the wall is 0.2 seconds. That's the value for time.
Yep.
Then, using the velocity of 343 meters per second, we multiply it by the 0.2 seconds for time.
Makes sense.
This leaves us with 68.6 meters.
Very good. Let's look at another problem. Anna sits back down. When it comes to anything math-related, Anna excels. I wonder how her math grades compare to Felicia's. The rest of the class proceeds as normal. Okay. I stretch my arms in the air. Finally done! I am so hungry.
No wonder. You didn't eat any lunch.
Yeah, kind of regretting that now.
Do you have a shift tonight?
Yeah.
Figured. Here.
Anna suddenly tosses something to me. Whoa! It bounces around in my hands, but I manage to catch it. Apple? Oh, it's a handmade rice ball. What is...
I figured you'd be hungry, so I saved this for you.
Aww.
It doesn't compare to Chico's cooking, but I'm still pretty confident in myself.
Goat. Wait, you didn't have to
You're
save...
right. I wanted to.
I wanted to. She interrupts me.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Anna. I appreciate it. Her face brightens.
No problem. You gotta go, don't you?
I look at my watch. Ah, yep, I got to get it going. As I stand up with my bag, I quickly turn to Anna. Thanks again. See you tomorrow. She smiles and waves at me. I hurry out of the school and towards the bar. As I'm making my way to the bar, I stuff the rice ball in my mouth. This is good. I need to find some way to pay her back for this later. Mayuka! Where you at, goat? I arrive at the bar with a few minutes to spare. Hello, mother. I head inside and wave to Mayuka as I make my way to the back room. Once I've clocked in and gotten changed, I head out to the front. I see Mayu talking with the boss. I'm just not sure I like it anymore. If we put the spirits on this end and then ease into the wines as you look closer to the center, I think the colors would look more appealing.
Are you sure? I really like the look of the vodkas together in the center. We're pretty well known for our vodka mixes.
Good point. And then how about vodkas in the center with round wines surrounding them? Anything above 10% can go to the right, and anything below we put on the left.
Now you're definitely making things too complicated.
I have no idea what they're talking about. The boss notices me walking over. Simon! Good to see you. Glad you can make it. Well, it's my job, sir. The boss smiles. That is it! I can't help but laugh. The boss is always like this. Oh, that it is. Oh my god, I just said that is it. Who says that? Did you go wipe down that group of tables over there? Of course, I'm on it. When you're done, come back over here. I want to hear your opinion on this. If he's referring to the layout of the shelf of drinks behind the counter, then I have no opinion. But I guess I could take a look. I head over to the tables and start cleaning them. As I'm wiping down the tops, I notice that there's no one else at the bar right now. That's probably why the boss and Mayu have time to have the conversation they're having. Jeez, that's a sentence. What? That's probably why the boss and Mayu have time to have the conversation they're having. Okay. Although, knowing the boss, he'd probably just have the same conversation with any customer willing to listen if they were here. The thought of that makes me chuckle. Once I'm finished, I make my way back to the counter. What did you want my opinion about, sir? Oh, a piece of cowfish, what's up? Take a look at this. He motions to the back of the bar. Something about it just isn't sitting right with me anymore, and I decided that today is the time for the change. So, Simon, do you think that the top left shelf should be Dude, why can I not read right now? What is going on? So, Simon, do you think the top left shelf should be the spirits and the bottom left should be the bottom right? The bottom right should be the gin, or the opposite? What? Or would it make more sense for the rum to be on the bottom right? Because to me, it seems like the rum could fit anywhere on the bottom of the shelf. Well, of course, sir, but I don't actually know. But in that same line of thinking, would our whiskey selection be somewhere on the bottom shelf? It can help accent the outside of the drink selection. Are the whiskey bottles the ones with the... I've got it! The vodka has to be Why can't I read, man? The vodka has to be the front and center since it's what we're most well known for. And the wine is our most popular drink on Sundays, so those two can be split half and half down the center of the top shelf. Then we could put our rum and gin on the outsides of the bottom shelf with spirits filling the... I have no idea what he's talking about. Boss? The whiskey should go on the top shelf because of how nice our whiskey bottles look. Now that's a good idea. I glance over at Mayuka, who's just smiling and enjoying the show. And of course, the sake can sit right over here at the top of the shelf. Yes, this will be perfect for the look at the back of the bar.
What about our tequila? Shouldn't that be somewhere on the top shelf?
Suddenly, Mayu chimes in. Of course, the tequila! How could I have forgotten? The tequila should go on the top shelf, which means we need to pick somewhere else for the sake to go. Or perhaps it could be placed next to the spirits. No, that wouldn't make any sense. I look at Mayu again. She gives me a wink. We need to rearrange our thinking. If our vodka and mixed drinks are our most popular selection, wouldn't it make more sense for the vodka to be at eye level of the center shelf? Yeah, she just likes the chaos. The boss continues rambling on and we help him rearrange the back bar. Over, and over, and over, and over again. We probably go through close to 20 iterations before we finally settles on something he's happy with. But eventually...
Well, it took us almost an hour and a half, but you're happy with this layout, right?
This, it's just what we needed to get the back bar spiced up again. We have the vodka here, and the spirits here, and the sake is... Hey, doesn't this look kind of... And the tequila is here, just like...
It's the exact same position as it was before we started.
The boss stands at the back bar for about 10 more seconds before turning around and looking at us. That it is! Looks like no change was needed. He gives us a big smile and thumbs up. Mayu puts her hand over her face and I start laughing. Today's just business as usual. Okay, well, you know what? Since this recording is running pretty... Oh god, what? As usual, I'm taking orders. Mayu's making drinks and the boss is doing both. We're gonna stop this one here, purely because I don't want to make like super long videos on this, because this is gonna be made in like episodic or like a part format. So, you know what? Maybe I'll finish doing. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna finish whatever we're doing in the bar. And then after that, I'll stop the recording and pick it back up for the next part. But yeah, I want to make it more like episodic rather than just one huge upload. So, yeah. Yeah, let's just finish the bar and then we'll call it. As usual, I'm taking orders. Yeah, Mayu's making drinks and the boss is doing both. All right, just to confirm your order is 2 house beers, 1 vodka cranberry, and 1 gin and tonic, correct? Sounds good to me. Wait, actually, could you change mine to a vodka cranberry as well? I'm not really in the mood for beer. Of course. 1 house beer, 2 vodka cranberries, and 1 gin and tonic. We'll have those out in just a minute for you. I walk back to the bar and give my order sheet. House beer, 2 VCs, and 1 G&T.
Got it, thanks.
Overall, the shift is normal. The bar is never too packed on Thursdays, but it's definitely a bit busier than our typical Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. While I'm wiping down a table whose customers just left, I glance at the clock. 7:02, about an hour left until I'm done for the day. I finished wiping the table and started walking back to the front. What the fuck? That like startled me. As I'm getting ready to clean another table, the doors to the bar suddenly fly open. I look over to the entrance to see 3 rowdy men walk in. I don't know why, but I suddenly got a bad feeling. I look over at the boss and Mayu. The boss continues casually wiping a glass that he's holding, but his posture looks less relaxed. Mayu's expression also looks tense. I guess I wasn't the only one who felt it. My gaze returns to the 3 men. They pick a table in the middle of the bar and sit down. One of them throws their feet up onto the table. All 3 of them appear to be delinquents, probably in their early 20s, and they look like they get into fights regularly. It takes me a minute to remember that I'm supposed to go over and take their order. I glance back to the boss, who gives me a slow nod. He has a serious look on his face. I've never seen him look like that before, but I can tell him he's warning me to be cautious. I turn to grab my order notepad from the counter. Hey, can we get some damn service? There's no one else here. Looking around, there are a few other customers, and I can see the looks of annoyance and disgust, but they're all avoiding eye contact with any of the delinquents. Guess it's showtime. I walk over to the table. Hello, welcome to the tumult. Yeah, just get us a round of beers already. Of course. Would you like the house beer or one of our house? Understood. We'll have those out for you shortly. As I walk back to the bar, the 3 men start talking and laughing loudly. I didn't need to bother writing anything down. Just 3 house beers.
Yeah, no problem.
Mayu has an annoyed look on her face. What do you think? She responds while filling up the glasses.
Let's just hope they're nothing more than nuisances.
She hands the 3 beers to me.
Here you go.
Mayu leans close to me and starts talking in a lowered voice. Oh, hello.
Keep an eye on their arms and legs. Don't let them try any funny business.
What does that mean? Like, what is she insinuating? I genuinely don't know. Like that that one of them is gonna fucking like deck us, like punch us right across our chin. Like, what does that mean? I silently nod back. I take the drinks and walk back. Once I reach their table, I start handing out the drinks. Thank you for waiting. Here are your drinks. The men don't even look at me as I set the drinks down. They just keep talking loudly. As I'm moving to place down the last drink, one of the men suddenly sticks out one of his legs. I quickly adjust my movement so as to step over it. He subtly clicks his tongue with an annoyed expression while looking away from me. Good thing I was ready for it. I set down the 3rd beer and walk back to the front. Mayu smirks at me.
Nice move.
I smile back. Nice heads up. The group continues ordering lots of drinks over the next half hour, and they only become louder and more annoying. The boss thankfully has been alternating with me whenever we bring drinks out to them, but it still hasn't stopped them from trying to screw around. I managed to dodge at least 2 more attempts of them trying to accidentally bump into or trip me while I'm trying to carry the drinks. They've also been more irritating to the customers in the bar, so much so that many have left. Finished passing out what feels like their 15th round of drinks. At this point, the 3 men are all drunk and shouting. Ah! What a pussy! He can't even cough up what he owes us on time. Then he runs for the hills. And after we went through our way to keep him out of trouble. Sometimes they just never learn, but this one will. The hard way. I can see the look on his face already. Yeah, they're grade A assholes. I walk back to the front again as I see the boss and Mayu talking to each other. They look pretty tired of these punks as well. Speaking of, that throw of yours was pretty on spot this morning. You're damn right it was. He motions like he's pitching a baseball. Got it to the top of a tree in one shot. Oh. Oh, okay. Huh? Top of the tree. Oh. Did she get robbed? Is that why she doesn't have her thingamabob? Either that or, I don't know, she's missing for the sake of missing, but these assholes. Not to mention we got, oh, well, you know what? I talked too soon. Not to mention we got this without her noticing. One of the men holds up a fancy looking charm of some sort. Although it might be too big to be called a charm, it looks more like a regular keychain. Stuck up bitch got what she deserved, trying to ignore us like that. So, what is that thing? Who gives a shit? If it's important, she can come find us. It doesn't look cheap, that's for sure. My thoughts flash back to this morning. Could these guys be the reason her bag was? Mayu walks up behind me.
Don't worry. Only a couple more hours and we'll close on these assholes.
She notices me staring at the object the men were all talking about.
You recognize that thing?
Never seen it before, but I might know who it belongs to. Can't say for sure, though. Mayu looks at the men
Normally
again.
I'd say let's get it back, but we're on shift and there are other people here. Can't exactly go starting potentially out-of-hand confrontations in front of our patrons.
Okay, piece of cowfish. Play your Team Fortress 2. Right. That is unless it doesn't turn into one. Boston's suddenly behind us, wiping the counter. Without looking up, he continues. Doesn't that keychain belong to a friend of yours, Simon? I wouldn't say friend, but I think it might belong to someone in my class. Why don't you take a closer look the next time they order? He smiles. Then we can go from there. Is he? Oh, understood. Thank you, sir. Suddenly, one of the men slaps the table. Bah! Another round! Good timing. I head over to the table. Of course. What can I... Not you, brown nose! He waves me off without looking. Hey, babe, I want to talk to you. None of them looked at me even once. All three of them are obviously intoxicated. I glance back to Mayu. She's keeping a professional face, but I notice that her eyebrow is twitching. This is actually a good chance, though. They're all distracted. My eyes move to the keychain, which is now lying on the table. I can make out two letters on the face up side. F.A. Felicia Arson? Mama, Dado? I bet money. Yep, I bet money those stand for Felicia Arson. Oh, say arson? Does Felicia commit arson? That's all I needed to see. I walk back to Mayu and the boss. It's hers, I'm almost sure now. Another of those men call out from across the bar. Damn, now that I'm looking at her, she's fine. Yeah, keep us some company and take her orders, why don't you? Mayu's having a hard time hiding her annoyance now. She's pissed. Yeah, she looks pissed. The boss calls back to them. Of course, we'll send her with drinks in a minute. He begins filling up 3 more glasses. He starts talking in a quiet voice. Alright, let's get it back from them. Really? Are you sure that's okay, sir?
I'm pretty damn sure about it.
The boss looks at Mayu and me. These hooligans are harassing 2 of my employees, of course I'm sure. And I've got an idea. The boss gives us his signature smile. Guess we're on. Mayu, why don't you take them to the, why don't you take them the next round of beers? Oh, and did I mention that I just brought us a new floor steamer last week? Oh! Mayu looks at the boss and a cheeky smile forms on her face.
No, I don't think you did. I'll keep that in mind.
And Simon, could you please bring them an extra round? It's on the house. We're being such great customers. I'll be right behind you. These 2 suddenly became a lot more intimidating. Good thing I'm on their side. Of course, sir. But, what if things go sideways? The boss gives me a knowing look and comes a little closer. I believe you already know the answer to that, Simon. What is he talking about? That is to say, you can use whatever techniques you need to defend yourself. Just wait for my signal. What? Wait, how do you... He holds up a finger to his lips and gives me a wink. Let's just focus on this for now. I'm right behind you. He's right. We can talk about this later. First, the keychain.
You guys finished yet? Let's do this already.
Mayu's raring to go. The boss hands us each, the boss hands us 3 beers each. Don't worry, these are plastic ones. He smirks. But if a glass or two happens to get broken, I'll be fine. Man, Mayu takes the beers and stands still for a moment. Her expression changes and she puts up a mature-looking smile.
Hey, boys. I hear you wanted to see me.
Yikes. The 3 of them look at Mayu and a big smile forms on their faces. Damn right we did. She changes her tone to something that's more sultry.
Well, why don't I pass out these drinks and we can talk some more?
I love Mayu, bro. Mayu leans over the table to hand out the beers. And as she does so, one of the thugs puts his hand on her thigh. Her sultry expression immediately changes to one that's more threatening.
Whoa.
Very deserved. Mayu pretends to trip and almost fall, spilling the beers all over the 3 delinquents. Several glasses clatter on the floor. What the hell are you doing? Ah! You damn bitch! You did that on purpose. He said that in a voice oozing with sarcasm. Mayu responds.
Oh my goodness, of course not, sir. I'm so sorry. Let me get you cleaned up.
She pulls out a cloth and starts wiping the table. While all the men are distracted, Mayu quickly glances at me. Then wipes. Ooh! Then she wipes the cloth across the table, knocking the keychain onto the floor. Time to move. I walk over and discreetly kick it across the floor to somewhere I can pick it up later. I look back over to the delinquents. They're pissed, but it looks like none of them noticed the keychain. Oh, so now you think it's funny to joke with us, huh? Oh, one of them starts to stand up, but I quickly move between him and Mayu. Please accept our apologies. We have another round of drinks for you all here. Free of charge, of course. I set the new drinks down on the table. Are you kidding me? You think that's gonna cut it? Ooh, this one abruptly stands up, knocking his chair backwards. It clatters on the floor. Oh boy. Mayu stops wiping the table and quickly takes a few steps back. The boss approaches. He bows to the 3 men. Our most sincere apologies. Allow us to make it up to you. Please, order anything from the menu. It's on the house. None of them are pleased. This guy's funny. The biggest man stands up slowly, still leaning on the table and wearing a dangerous smile on his face. There's beer all over his shirt and pants. I can see the anger in his eyes. He thinks a couple of drinks are gonna stop me from slapping the shit out of his shit-stained employee. He stands up and looks at Mayu. Then he begins to walk towards her. Please, sir, there's no reason to escalate this into anything unnecessary. One of the other men responds. Unnecessary? This bitch needs to be taught some manners. He cracks his knuckles. This man starts to approach where Mayu is standing as well. She slowly backs away. Mayu's keeping a confident face, but I can tell she's starting to get nervous. As the men close the distance, I see one of the biggest one's hands turn into a fist. This is bad. I need to move. He raises his fist into the air. I need to get between them. Oh. Behind them! What? Okay. What? This is about to be a full-out brawl. If that's not the signal, then I don't know what is. I move into action. The boss moves behind the biggest man, and I follow his lead and put myself behind the other one. Huh? My body feels like it's moving on its own. I grab onto his arm and twist it behind his back. What the? This is something I've practiced hundreds of times, but never needed to use it but I've never needed to use it on someone this big before. Oh, dude, my brain like. Ah! I see the biggest guy go down. Mayu!
On it.
I hear Mayu and the boss calling to each other, but I can't focus on it. My heart is beating out of my chest. I kick at the man I'm holding his legs to knock him off balance. You little... But he's stronger than I anticipated, and his elbow swings back and clocks me across the cheek. Ow! Ah! Damn, that hurt! I can't let go now, so I try again, this time with more strength. Bah! Bah! With a well-placed duo of kicks, I managed to get his legs to buckle. Shit! I managed to push all my weight downward. Huh! Ah! I managed to get him down onto the floor and position myself on top of him. Thanks to him being drunk and the fact that I had the element of surprise, it wasn't as difficult as it probably could have been to get him down. Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? The boss had the biggest man pinned against the table now. I quickly look over at the third man, who looks extremely disoriented. What the hell is going... Hey! What the fuck is this? He's definitely the most intoxicated, but that doesn't stop him from being a threat. He starts to roll off his sleeves, or roll up his sleeves and stand up. You think you can just hide behind your friends? I need to teach you a thing or two about owning up. He starts moving towards Mayu. Damn it! I can't move unless I let go of the guy I got pinned. My mind is racing. What do I do? Mayu, get out of here! I shout to Mayu, but she doesn't move. That's when I notice her serious expression. What is she? Once the third man is within about 3 meters of her, she suddenly holds up her phone towards him. Then, loudly, I hear a voice come from out the speaker.
The emergency services are on their way and will arrive in 2 minutes.
What? He freezes. Shit. I think it'd be best if you 3 left. Now, the boss looks at me and nods. We both let go of the 2 men we have pinned down. As the biggest man stands up, he slams the table. God damn it! He looks at the boss, rage in his eyes. Don't think for a second that you're getting out of this one, old man. He looks like he wants to crack the boss across the face. I start to ready myself just in case he tries anything. You shitheads just surprised us. That won't happen again. Come on, let's finish this. 1-on-1. The boss still hasn't moved. The delinquent's face turns into one of dark anger. He lowers his voice. You got lucky this time. Come on, boys, let's get out of here. As the 3 men move towards the door, Mayu suddenly blocks their path. Oh, what do you want now, bitch? A smile forms on Mayu's face.
I think you boys forgot something.
She holds out a receipt. Yeah, I was just about to say, like, they're just ordered like 1 million beers only for them not to pay for it. She holds out a receipt with all the orders on it. I can't see the number from where I'm standing, but I know for a fact it isn't cheap. You think we're gonna pay for all that after the stunt you pulled? The biggest man steps forward. And what are you gonna do, huh? Tell the cops you assaulted your own customers? Mayu suddenly points to something on the ceiling. The delinquents look over to where she's pointing. Shit. It's a camera. Security camera! Mayu is smiling mockingly at them now.
Sounds like it's time to pay up.
The biggest man had both his fists clenched. I can see his knuckles turning white. This has been one hell of a shift. Wow! Okay. The police arrived and took the 3 delinquents away in their patrol car. The men, of course, didn't have enough money to cover their insanely large bill, so we were told that they'd be due to pay them back pay the money back at a later date. The expressions they gave us when getting into the car were some of the angriest I've ever seen. I really hope I don't run into them again. It wasn't much of a question who was at fault in this case, especially with the hard video evidence from the bar security cameras, so the whole questioning process only lasted around 20 minutes. Right now, the boss is talking with the remaining police officers. I look down at the keychain in my hand. The letters F.A. stare back up at me. Getting this thing back was sure of a lot of hassle for a girl I don't even know. And...
You okay?
You okay? Yeah. Mayu has been standing silently next to me. Yeah, just processing everything. I haven't been in a real fight like that since I was a kid. I looked up. How about you? You were the one they were after. Mayu laughs awkwardly.
Would you be surprised if I said this wasn't the first time something like this has happened here?
Damn. I look over in surprise. What? Really? Wait, you guys don't do this kind of thing often, do you?
Oh, no, of course not. But,
Mayu glances over at the boss.
Maybe it'd be better to let him explain it to you.
I look at the boss. This is going to be an interesting conversation for sure. After another 5 minutes or so, the boss finished talking with the police officer and walks over to Mayu and I. Let's head inside. I got some things I'd like to say. We're the only ones left at the bar now. Everyone cleared out pretty fast once the cops were called. I sit down at one of the bar's stools and the boss puts his hand on my shoulder. Good work today, Simon. I'm glad to see your judo club excuse wasn't just a bluff. What? Wait, sir, I have so many questions. But the boss suddenly steps back and gives me a bow. I owe you a sincere apology. What do you... I put you in a position that put you in danger. Yeah, and while I'm certain I would have been able to prevent things from going any further, you still got injured because of me. I gently put my hand on my cheek. I can feel a lump, and as soon as I make contact with it, I feel a stinging pain. Ugh. If you feel that because of this incident, you'd no longer like to continue working here, I understand. I'm happy to keep you on the payroll while you're looking for a new job. Oh! Boss man! My goat! What in the world is he talking about? Quitting? Wait. Sorry, I just need to process all of this. First, how in the world did he know I can do judo? And does this kind of thing happen often here? I've been here for like 5 months now and haven't seen anything like it, but Mayu said this isn't the first time that something like this has happened. Mayu who has been sitting at a nearby table drinking some kind of alcohol, stands up. She gives me her usual smile.
The boss is a 9th degree black belt in judo.
Oh! What? What?
It was one of the first things he noticed after your interview.
Understanding who can and can't do the art I've trained for in 38 years comes as a package deal with the experience. 9th degree! I laugh awkwardly. I guess me saying what I did in the interview didn't help curb your suspicion then? He smiles at me. Can't say that it did. His face then becomes serious again. But that doesn't excuse the fact that it was unreasonable for me to put you on the spot like I did today. So, if you'd like me to terminate your contract here, Absolutely not! I'm firm in my response. Oh? You both have done more than enough for me in the time that I've been here. A little bruise on the cheek isn't going to scare me off. Without any hesitation, you agree to help me and get back some random object that belongs to someone I don't even know. Without even asking for proof. Mayu smiles.
Of course we did. You've given us every reason to trust you. Plus, those assholes had it coming.
I laugh. Well, that's all I needed to hear. If you guys are willing to trust me, then I can do the same for you. And even if this kind of thing happens more than once, I've made up my mind. I look at the boss confidently. I'd be happy to continue working here. Boss flashes a big smile. I knew hiring you was a good idea. Mayu looks over at the boss.
You know, you still haven't told me exactly why you hired him in the first place. Especially considering he can't drink yet.
She looks back at me and smiles.
Not that I'm complaining, of course.
I believe that's something you need to ask Simon about first. While it's true that I asked the boss to keep some things I said during my interview a secret, I realize now that it was mostly just me being paranoid. After 5 months, I definitely trust Mayu enough to give her an explanation. Well, I guess now is as good as time as any. I don't really know why the boss hired me either, but I can at least tell you what I said in the interview. Mayu takes a sip of her drink. She has an excited look on her face.
All right. Spill the beans.
Maybe a little too excited. Well, let's see. So I came across one of the boss's business cards by chance when I was shopping for something at a nearby mall.
What? No!
I'm interrupted immediately. Oh, is that the sound of victory I hear? Mayu and the boss suddenly become rowdy for some reason. What?
Simone, please tell me you're lying. There is no way you found this bar through that stupid business card stand. The boss literally found it in some random newspaper ad, and then decided it was a good idea to pay for a crappy little stand to leave his business cards on in some random corner of a mall.
Well, it worked! I laugh. I guess it was an odd place to find a business advertisement, but yeah, that's really where I found it.
Damn it.
Mayu looks defeated. What's the big deal though? Did you guys have some kind of bet going or something? That's exactly what we had. And I believe I just won.
Yeah, I'll pay up later.
The boss smirks. I'll hold you to it. Mayu turns back to me.
Anyways, Simone, what were you saying?
These two are like a comedy duo. Yeah, dude, I love this. I love the relationship between those two. Like, these three is like an amazing pair. I love it. Oh, right. It might seem weird why I decided to call the boss at all, given the weird place I found the card in, but yeah, it's a little sketchy, yeah. But it was actually a pretty great opinion or option for me. I needed a job that I could keep hidden and wouldn't accidentally be discovered at. So I gave him a call and asked if he would consider hiring someone part-time. Mayu tilts her head.
Hidden from who, exactly?
My sister. I scratched the back of my head. My little sister? Mayu's expression suddenly turns into one of intrigue.
Oh, now that's interesting.
She's part of her junior high school's light music club. They only have 5 members, so the club's fees are all split between them. Or I guess they should be. Realization lights up on Mayu's face.
Oh, I get it. You're secretly paying for everything, aren't you?
She caught on fast. Yeah. Quite the gentleman, isn't he?
That's a lot of pressure for one guy, though. So why in the world are you paying for everyone and not telling them?
A few months after my sister joined the club, she said something about it potentially closing down because of how small the club is. The school decided to allocate a lot of its club's budgets to other places. They still assist with the school festival related stuff, but everyone's club fees increased a lot. And my sister told me that not everyone has enough money to pay the dues every month.
It kind of seems like they're trying to get rid of the club altogether.
That was my first thought too. So I went in one day after hours and had a meeting with the club budget staff to ask if the club could be funded externally. Oh, he did it? Was he the anonymous guy? Oh, what a sweetheart. And, oh, Simon! What a kind man. Oh. And they said yes. All I asked them to do was keep the source of the money, that being me, a secret. Oh, that's so sweet. Mayu gives me an intrigued look.
Wow, you're a pretty convincing guy. First junior high school staff, and then a bar owner? All for what, though? I assume you're not
My
trying
sister.
to swoon a couple of middle schoolers.
I'd hope not. Of course not. My sister really loves music. She's loved it ever since she was a child. Right after she joined the music club, she started practicing every single day, and she hasn't broken the chain since. Every day she's either practicing the guitar or practicing her singing, and recently I think she's even started writing her own music. I look down at the table. I don't want her to lose that, but she's too thoughtful for her own good. If she knew I was working an extra job to pay for everyone's club dues, she might start feeling guilty and try to
Do you
quit.
think she would actually try and quit if she found out?
Oh, if she started feeling guilty about me paying for everything, she might end up wanting to quit. But if she quits, that would essentially shut down the club for all of her friends too. I don't want to put herself in that limbo. I just can't take that chance. I look back up at Mayu. So, here I am. Judo was just something I did as a kid, so it's not weird to do my... It's not weird to my sister that I'd be in the judo club. That's why I can use it as an excuse for where I always am after school. Okay. Simon is a very good person. Very good person. Mayu silently stares at me for a few seconds. Then she smiles.
I think I can see why you were able to convince the boss so easily now.
He was won
I'm
over
not
by
even
our
hiring
charms.
you, and you've convinced me 3 times over already. But maybe you're wrong.
Huh? My thought too, huh?
I think you're still trying to convince yourself.
Mayu's face suddenly looks more serious.
I don't know your sister, so you can convince me all day. But after hearing what you said, I don't think you buy it. To me, you just sound stubborn.
Huh? What? Does she mean she's not convinced? I quickly glance at the boss, who's silently listening while wiping one of the beer glasses. What do you...
How much do you care about this sister of yours?
Huh? I'm... a lot? more than anything in the world. I don't know where this is coming from or where Mayu is going with this, but I answer honestly.
Then why are you scared? It sounds like she trusts you. So why don't you trust her?
Mayu pauses again. I don't know what to say.
Everybody has secrets and everybody has masks. But if you're too scared to be yourself, then who are you really? Who are you to her when she finds out on her own?
Mayu, perhaps that's enough for now.
Sorry about that. Got a little carried away there.
That it makes me think back to there was in one of the 10 failures videos, or maybe it was like the description of like their bios or whatever, that it like had a tap code message saying like I would do anything for her, but it was a Kemi who made that tap code. It wasn't like, I don't know. I feel like I gotta look back at those 10 failures stuff now. I feel like it has a lot more that I can think about. Interesting! Well,
No. Don't worry about anything I said just now. Look, you know your sister better than anyone. So I'm sure you know what's best.
I wonder why Mayuka got all questioning about that. Does she have some kind of sister or some kind of like family dynamic that we just don't know about? Mayu returns to her normal attitude, but what she said shook me. It reminded me in some ways of Anna's opinion about everything, but for some reason, Mayu's words felt like they were coming from somewhere else. Huh. Either way, though, it's exactly like what she just said. I know Chi better than anyone, and I know my decision isn't one made on a whim. I laugh awkwardly. No, actually, I'm glad you said that. It gives me something to think about. Mayu smiles.
You know, you're pretty mature for your age, Simone.
You're pretty mature for your age. Shut up!
It's a shame you're so young.
Huh? What do you mean? Huh? What did you say?
Nothing.
Mayuka, please don't be in like saying stuff like that. I would rather you be our mom figure than you be interested in us. Cause you are great. I love you, Mayuka. You are mommy. You are not girlfriend. You are mom. You know? She goes for a drink again. The boss laughs. And he's proved himself time and time again that he's a valuable employee here. Keep up the good work, Simon. Feels kind of embarrassing explaining all this stuff out loud, but I trust Mayu and the boss, so it's not that big of a deal. I'm also not great with praise, so I kind of just laugh awkwardly. Mayu leans back in her chair and stretches her arms out.
Well, would you look at us? Bonding after beating up a couple of idiots.
The boss smiles. I laugh. What a weird scenario I found myself in. I look at the clock on the wall. 8:30. Damn, I'm gonna be late again. I didn't even text Chi about it. Again. The boss notices me looking at the clock. You're free to head home whenever, Simon. Don't worry, I'll be sure to give you overtime for today. Thank you, sir. I'll be off then. I quickly make my way back to the back room and get changed. Once I'm in my normal clothes, I check my phone. Hey, Simon, everything okay? Are you gonna be home late tonight? I quickly type up a response. Hey, sorry, club practice went a little overtime today. I'll be home soon. I wave goodbye to the boss and Mayu as I make my way out of the bar. Alright, well, I think that's a good place to end it off. We're almost at 2 hours on the recording, so I don't want it to be insanely long. I know this is already really long for, like, you know, wanting to watch me sit down to play a game. But hopefully you guys also enjoy this stuff, so yeah, we're gonna end it here. We're gonna pick up part 3 in just a bit. I'm probably gonna finish the game today, or I'm gonna try at least to finish the game today, so I just have to really edit it and then upload it. So yeah, until next time then. Bye bye.